Hello again.
Hi. Hi.
Hi, and I'm here once again with Barbara Kessler and Rosemary Byrne, who are two lawyers who became certified life coaches over the age of 50, and they currently work with clients to help them plan for their best life on the other side of 50. Okay, so Rosemary, you've said that assessing your life today is an important part of the other side of 50 planning. Why?
Well, Sandy, as I've said to you before in these interviews, I see life after 50 as a journey. And on any journey, I think we need to know where you are now to fully understand and explore where you want to go, what you want to do, and how you're going to get there.
Well, what should clients think about in assessing where they are?
The first step that I urge clients to think about is their time. There are 168 hours in a week. Whether you're 16, 51, or 85, you get the same 168 hours. I urge them to look at the basic activities that they engage in. What do most of us do? We sleep, we work, and figure that includes commuting time and socializing. And that's probably 2/3 of our week. Then we have life. I describe those as the must-dos, whether it's taking out the garbage, getting your hair cut, or going to the doctor. The life things, the maintenance issues. And finally, there is leisure, the fun stuff. I think you begin by figuring out how much of your time you presently spend doing all of those things so that you can assess your work-life leisure balance now. Once you know what it is now, it will help you better understand and learn what you would like your work-life leisure balance to be when you turn 50.
Well, I know that many of my friends already have that balance worked out. They want more leisure time and they can't wait to play golf or play bridge. Isn't that enough?
Would that it were. Um, let's say you're working full-time right now, and I have lots of clients who say, I'm going to play golf. And then my next question to them is, okay, you're working 50 or 60 hours a week right now. Are you going to play golf 50 or 60 hours a week? What if it rains? What about the weather? More importantly, do you have playmates? We all think we're going to have leisure, but then we don't have anybody to play with, and it isn't such fun. The purpose of these questions is not to dim the enthusiasm of the client, but rather to give them a little reality check, to give them a bit of reality, to expand their thinking and their frame of reference. So I find that what happens is it causes many clients to do as Barbara did, to think more about volunteerism, or to think part-time work, even if money's not an issue, or to pursue a new business, as Barbara and I both have, or to return to school to study something you always wanted to know about or just discovered you wanted to know about. Or it may mean taking on a whole new role in life if you have a partner who's currently working or still employed.
Well, is use of time the only factor to be considered?
No, really, in my view, it's the first step. Once you consider what you do with your time, or what your time is, it's very logical, and as we know, I take logical steps, to figure out what you want to do with your time. I would urge you to explore your values, the elements that comprise a happy and successful life for you. What do you want and need in your life? What motivates you? What gets you up and going in the morning? It's another step toward getting a handle on what you want to do when you turn 50. Do you need social interaction? Do you need structure in your life? If you derive these from your work, how are you going to get it if you decide not to work? Do you derive your sense of self-esteem or your sense of self-worth or your sense of identity from what you do? For many of us, particularly lawyers, we are what we do. And if we don't do it anymore, we don't know who we are anymore. How important is earning money to your sense of yourself? On the site, what Barbara and I hope to be doing is giving some tools to analyze these values and motivations. We would urge people who come to the site to use them, to think about them, to write them down. The other side of 50 is a continuum. It's an ebb and a flow, like the tides. It changes as you go through your life after 50, but you have to think about it to know how you want it to change.
Okay, so once I determine what's important to me, what do I do with my list?
Ah, your list. Lists are so important. I'd advise you to look it over carefully. What I do with you is explore how successful you are in reaching those values and those motivators. I use a grading system like excellent, good enough, and needs improvement. It's a little like grammar school. What is, in my view, important to focus on are those things which need improvement. This could be health, diet, fitness issues, your living space, your finances, your need for social interaction and support. Essentially, once you know all this, you're better able to get your life in focus. And that's what Barbara's about, right?
Yeah, getting your life in focus is absolutely what it's about. And what it's also about is remembering to keep that focus moving. So it's an ongoing process.
Well, once again, Barbara and Rosemary, thank you so much for continuing to give us valuable tools and strategies to learn more about who we will be and what we want to do once we've passed the age of 50 and are on the other side of 50. Once again, the other interviews are available on the website. I hope that everybody will look at them.
Thanks.
Absolutely. Thanks, Sandy. Nice to see you again.